Hello everybody, welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff. Joff, how you doing today, mate?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm in Queensland, enjoying myself. Bit of sunshine, rainy day.
Mate, just don't rub it in, right? I'm in super cold Melbourne. I'm freezing. I got the heater going all day, every second of the day. So yeah, I'm happy for you though. I gotta say, enjoy your time. You deserve it. You deserve this.
Thank you. Look, it's nice to actually be doing this from Queensland. To be honest, it's a bit different. I like it. It's carted all this stuff up here for the occasion. But should we get down to business immediately?
Mate, you got to do it for the cause. Yeah, it's all for the cause. It's all for the pod. Yeah, it's all for Take the Hit. That's what we're here for. We're here for the people, Job. We've got to give the people what they want. To talk shit about Fantasy Premier League.
That's what it's all about.
And what's today, Job? What's today?
Is it draft day? Is it draft day?
That's correct. It is draft day. Bring on the draft. I got my team up on the screen, mate. It's team reveal time. I don't want it to be there. I don't want you to know my team, but it's there.
I know.
It's there for us all to see.
We've never done this before. This is killing me as well. I don't know how to feel about. I think I've put in a bullshit team at the moment just so that you can't. I'm just trying to throw you a jail.
No. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna have different teams this season. Just because you really want a premium forward and I really don't. So that on its own is going to be a big difference, and I'm sure the trickle down effects will be there for everyone to see. So, all right, mate. Well, let's have a look at it now. I didn't even want to reveal this team because I think it's too good. It's broken FPL. That's how good the team is.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I can't even see it. Can you talk me through it?
I will talk you through it. All right. So I've got Mr. Pope in goal, who I think should get the Burnley spot. Everything that I heard from Jimmy Mac and Cheese on Twitter, and he's a massive Burnley fan, and he's fairly confident that Pope will get the number one spot for Burnley. If that doesn't eventuate, or if we see in pre-season that maybe we can't trust Pope, maybe Dyche is going to pull a fast one, then backups for me is Ryan. I'm going to go cheap at the back, super cheap. Ryan and Button. Sorry?
Definitely. Are you definitely doing it? You're definitely cheap and keeper.
Just the way that my team works out, it depends. This is one of two teams that I'm running at the moment. This is my Sterling team. My other team is my KDB team. My KDB team, I've got a lot of money to blow, so I can upgrade my keeper. But with my Sterling team, it's Pope or Ryan in goal. That's it. There's no way around it. You need to cheap it.
I know. I've literally only looked at two keepers as well. We'll get there later, though, I suppose. Yeah.
So my back line, I've got the Lard defense, that we have spoken about. I've got Laporte, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, and Digne. I can't go past.
No surprises.
Yeah, I mean it's all over Twitter. This defense is all over Twitter, and I think if you overthink it and you think, okay, Twitter is such a small part of FPL, the wider FPL. There's 7 million people that play this bloody game. The Twitter community is probably maybe 20,000 maybe people. I'm guessing here, and it's probably smaller than that. But what I'm saying is, this defense it's amazing. I mean, my only thing now is Digne. Now Digne, there's all this talk about Yerry Mina, being disciplined or whatever, and Zuma's going to come back to Chelsea. So there is a little bit of doubt about Digne now because actually, and Idrissa Gueye as well going to PSG. Yeah. So all of a sudden, this Everton backline might not be keeping as many clean sheets as they did towards the end of that last season.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know about. I mean, Everton, all that. I think that's hype, though, man. I think that's just talk. I feel like it's the back end of last season proved to me. Like I've actually got Digne in my team. You're about to see it, but it's something that it's. I didn't want Digne, man. 6 million. It's a rip-off, but he's great. He's on some set pieces. He's just a dangerous left back. He's very very attacking, and he's got a good shot. But I honestly, I don't read into much of that noise, that Twitter noise about Everton's defense. Like, he'll get the returns with goals and assists. I feel like he's going to have a monster season.
I like it. I like it. You've quelled my fears yet again, Geoff. That's what we do this, man. You just quell my fears. Nah, but I was never taking Dinya out. He for what he did for me last season. Like, wow. Like some of his returns. That's 17 points that he had on my bench. You know, I don't want that to happen again. You know, I'm happy that he was priced at 6 million because I will never bench a 6 million defender. But then last season when he was priced at 5, I was like, yeah, he's 5 million. I'll stick him on the bench. 17 points. So,
I think that you played Brooks that week or something, and then Brooks did nothing, and then one of those other weeks you played Dinya got a -2, Brooks got like the 12 point or some shit, something like that.
Seems like something I would do. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so Dinya's locked in. Obviously, my playboy Laporte, you know, he's in there. I've tried to tinker with taking him out, maybe Zinchenko, maybe Walker, but it's just Laporte, man. I love him. I love Laporte, you know. I can't get rid of him. He's 6.5. He is expensive, but he is a route into that Man City defense. Pep loves him.
I was going to say, you sound like your Pep Guardiola. You got the haircut. You know, just get rid of that middle part. I'm touching on my screen here.
He's Pep's little butt boy. So, you know, you got to have Pep's little butt boy in there because he's going to start. You know, he played 3,000 minutes last season, more than that.
Oh man!
So, you know, I love me some Laporte. He's going to get me lots of cleans.
I was watching ESPN Press Pass, and they're talking about, City, they've lost Vincent Kompany, they need to sign a centre-back. I was just like, are you guys serious? They've got Otamendi and Stones. Like, it was pissing me off. And they're like, they might have to drag Fernandinho back there. I was like, come on, this is just ridiculous. Like, it was actually pissing me off. I was getting upset.
Okay, well, calm down, mate, because the next two I've got to talk about are Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mr. Robertson. Now, these two fellas, they should be in everyone's first draft. Norwich at home. I mean, unless Pookie pulls a fast one, we've got pretty much got a clean sheet sewn up and delivered in that first game week. So, you know, and I mean, the value that these two are going to deliver this season, the value, Geoff, oh my, there's no words.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I really do. This is something that, look, Liverpool conceded 2 goals in their last game, it was one of the preseason games. And I looked at the starting lineup. The back four was going to be the back four. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. Who's in goal? Mignolet in goal. The goals that Mignolet copped, his first goal was just disgusting, man. Alisson.
Yeah. So back up. So it's the back four, but no Alisson.
Exactly.
Okay.
It just shows that Alisson is just freak, man. He is freak, and he's the reason why they're so valuable.
I agree. That's why I am going 2 Liverpool defenders all day, and I feel sorry for those that do not go to Liverpool defenders because I will be the one with the last laugh.
I was going to say, who's the 4.5 or 4 on the bench?
All right, so my final defensive slot has gone to Mr. Kelly from Crystal Palace, 4.0. He has started a lot of the preseason games. There's a good chance. It looks fairly likely he will get some starts at the start of the season, only because there is injuries to Sacco and Tompkins. So it looks like Ward's going to be playing centre back, Kalu playing on the right, or vice versa.
Are they that short?
Yeah, they're short-handed at the back. So
that is intense.
That's the way it looks like it's heading.
What about Scott Dan?
I think Scott Dan will be playing alongside either Kelly or Ward as a centre-back partnership.
That's insane. I don't know about it.
There's still time. Either way, he's the most likely at the moment, I think, to start as a 4 million defender. But obviously, this is all really early, and you know, Community Shield's going to shake a lot of things up. True. And obviously, before then, maybe we'll know a bit more. Maybe we won't. Maybe you're going to be guessing at that 4 million defender.
True. Actually, it's only 2 weeks thinking about it, isn't it?
It's actually 2 weeks today. I thought, it is 2 weeks today. Bring it on! That's it, man. That's my defense all sewn up. Let's move on to the midfield. This is where it gets interesting. Now,
very expensive defense.
All right. So I've got Mohamed Salah. That's my premium option in the midfield. Obviously, he's our number 1 set and forget, as we did in a previous video. I don't think you can look past him. Obviously, I don't think there's really anything to say about Salah. Do you want to add anything about Salah?
Nah, I mean, Salah's should be in your squad. Simple.
All right, nice. My number 2 slot is Raheem Sterling. Now, there is rumours that Raheem Sterling is going to start up front, start of the season, because Aguero and Jesus, maybe they're going to, get the last plane back to England or something, and somehow not make it to game week 1. So, with Sterling up front, we've seen what he's been producing in pre-season. It's kind of hard to pass up not owning him. There's a lot of talk going around. This is going to be his best FPL season ever.
I listen to the talk, though. Get out of here.
I know, but man, it's hard to not believe that. You know, he is coming into his own. He's got some seasons under his belt under Pep, and Pep's making him into a great player.
I understand that. I understand that he's developing and he's a great player, but it's Raheem Sterling. He's the same guy that he's going to fluff those chances here and there. You know, he's going to be that inconsistent player. I believe. I feel like, look, he's going to get great returns. He's going to get great points. I think there's no doubt. But 12 again, Sterling 12, Aguero 12. I know that Aguero's going to get less minutes most likely. But I still think that Aguero is the better option. That's my opinion. I don't like listening to the noise as well. Like, lucky that I don't smash Twitter like yourself, man, because I don't want to hear that. If he gets a double in the Community Shield, then obviously it's going to change my thinking, especially if Aguero's not even back yet. You never know. You never know what can transpire. But I still like Aguero's my guy. I know that Aguero's my guy.
I get that. It is hard to not own Aguero. I am worried about that. But at the same time, Sterling outscored Aguero last season by 33 points. And, actually, I want to bring up minutes. Let's have a look at the difference in minutes. So Aguero got slightly less minutes, about 300 odd less minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So 300 minutes, I still think that Aguero is more consistent. Aguero's on pens, VAR, whatever. Continue.
Yeah, well, I think that Sterling will outscore Aguero again this season. I think Sterling's going to go strength to strength, and he's going to go for Salah's crown as the most points for the season. I believe. I just think he's that kind of player.
Heavy call.
Yeah,
heavy.
I think he's going to go there, man. He's something else. City going to be top of the table again this season. Hopefully they lose to Liverpool in the end, but they're going to be up there.
He's not a Salah, though. He's not a Salah. He's not a Ronaldo. He's Raheem Sterling. He's good. He's a great player. I'm not saying that he's not a great player.
He's good. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Yes, he's a good guy. But he's not Cristiano Ronaldo. All right. No, he's all right. We'll see. Can you move on? Get past Sterling.
Okay, it's hard to, mate. I don't want to own him. I really want KDB. But I have Sterling at the moment, and my next player...
You just talk him up so that you convince yourself to put him in. Oh, I'll just keep talking him up so I'll keep him in. I want him in.
He gives me a second captain option as well. I know...
No way.
I wouldn't mind captaining Salah every single game, but there is going to be the odd game where I do want to not captain Salah. I know that's going to happen, when they do play like a big 6 team, or when Salah's away to City or something like that, So at least I can have Sterling for those games where I don't want to captain Salah. All right. Anyway, moving right along to my next midfielder. It's everyone. I'm gonna skip over this one because I'm gonna leave him to last because
the suspense.
Yeah, the suspense is killing you, mate. We're gonna go with someone that I've got in my team, Mr. Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Oh, complete.
Gylfi Sigurdsson. Now he's another one that I think's he's a pretty hard must own at the start of the season with Everton fixtures being so kind.
Yep.
He's on penalties. He's on set pieces. We've spoken about him, at length. I think he's a steal at 8 million. He's got a 0.5 reduction in price. He got 160 plus points last season, so he smashed it. So I can see him doing that again this season. Everton should go strength to strength this season and have a great one on their belt. And Sigurdsson's going to be absolutely key to that, I think.
Yeah, I think spot on. I think C's I feel like he's a must own as well. To be honest, to get 180 odd points last season, and he still hasn't got a striker to feed properly. I think, like we've spoken about Calvin Lewin, like he's a great player, but he's still young. And look, if he comes into his own, Calvin Lewin, I think that Gylfi can get a 200 plus season as well, because he needs someone to score goals for his assists. You know what I mean?
Very true.
I still hope that Everton buys someone up front. I really do. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, well, that's enough suspense for you, buddy. I'll do my last reveal. Now, it was Zaha, but I've taken Zaha out. I've got Mr. Perez in. Mr. Jose Perez.
Oh, no.
Is my fourth midfielder at the moment. 6.5 million. He's playing for Leicester now. I think he's going to be playing right alongside Vardy or just behind him. I think he's a better option than Tielemans, as much as people think Tielemans is all that. Perez is just a proven goal scorer. He's a striker playing as a midfielder. I think he's double OP pretty hard. And I mean, as much as I do want Zaha, I think Perez is a good option, but this obviously could change. He is a placeholder. He is one of the ones that I am umming and ahhing about, but at the moment he's in my team. What are your thoughts on Mr. Perez?
I've bloody got him too. I'm spewing, man. I'm going to give you an early one. I've bloody got him too. Oh, that killed me. As soon as you said Perez, I was like, he was my secret player, man. He's going to be good, man. I think that there's no doubt he's going to be special. I put something on Insta with something that Rogers said and something that he said. And he was basically saying he's an in-the-box striker. He wants to be in the box. He wants to spend time in the box. He wants to be relaxed inside the box. That's his place to be, you know. And you know, you look at his shots last season. He had a fair few shots for a team that doesn't shoot very often in Newcastle. Yep. He spent, you know, he had a fair, you know, a chunk of their shots. And he basically, I mean, 12 goals returned last season is great for, you know, an attacking midfielder at Newcastle under Benitez as well. You know what I mean? And Rogers basically said that he's happy for him to play as that, you know, backup striker or sometimes even striker if Vardy's not there, that kind of thing. So,
great signing for Leicester, I believe. Great signing.
I think he's huge. £30 million means he'll start as well.
Yeah. All right, there you go, man. There's a little sneaky one for you.
Yeah.
And then my budget enabler is Mr. Dendoncker. I can see Dendoncker getting minutes. He's 4.5. Yeah, he's going to be my first sub. He's pretty much the reason why I'm not going 5 in the middle. I really want to go 5 in the middle, but that would mean that I need 2 4.5 forwards that are not going to play. You're not going to see minutes. So it's a tough toss-up, but at the moment I've just gone Dendoncker just so I've got a bench option because, you know, Kelly might not start. And moving on to my forward line, I'm going to start with my budget enabler. It's Mr. Mason Greenwood. Now, Greenwood's getting some preseason minutes, but I don't see him being a regular starter. There is a bit of talk that they're a bit weak on the right wing, and unless they sign a right winger, then Greenwood could even fill in as a right winger because obviously, you know, Rashford and Marshall will be playing as strikers. So, you know, I'm going to put him in there. He'll end up being my 4.5 striker.
I think
I don't see him getting many minutes, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong and he gets minutes, awesome.
I think he will. I think he'll get minutes. I think there's no doubt. I think preseason has proved that he will get minutes. I think there's no question that he'll get more minutes than you think. I feel, but they've got Marshall. Marshall. I don't think he'll play as the centre forward as much as you think. From what you're saying there, I think that Rashford will be their go-to guy and Greenwood will be their backup. I think Marshall will still be on the left. Lingard will be there or thereabouts as well. It depends on what they're going to do with Pogba. If they're going to play Pogba behind, then you've got those two positions out wide. You got, you know, obviously Lingard, Sanchez. I think Greenwood's a potential can play out wide as well. I think he can be like a Rashford of yesteryear. You know what I mean? Rashford was that winger that turned striker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that will be Greenwood. He can do the same kind of thing. But they're spoiled for choice still. I think Sanchez, if they actually gave him a chance, I think that there's no doubt that he can work. You know, they just never really gave him a chance. Mourinho didn't, and OGS gave him a small bit of a chance, but he lacked form, he lacked confidence. He's got a preseason, or somewhat of a preseason under his belt after he played for Chile, and he actually played well for Chile as well. I watched a lot of the Copa America, and he was dangerous, man. Like he even looked like he lacked a bit of confidence on the Copa America, but he still got goals and assists. He took them to I think it was the semis. So I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's going to be interesting, United this year. United to see what happens. But
you're saying that Sanchez needs a chance.
Yeah, chances. Yeah, I think he definitely needs a chance, man. Man, if he was a starting 7 mil, we'd all consider it. Let's go.
Don't even say that, man. I'll rip up my team right now.
You know what I mean?
The Sanchez of yesteryear. Oh man, what he did at Arsenal. He was like a 200+ point player.
Just give him a chance, OGS. Just give him a chance. Anyway, move forward.
All right. I'm going to move on. My forward line now. This is where I've cheaped out massively. So I've got two 6.5 million options up front.
I think I know that.
Yeah, it's not very difficult to pick. Now there is another option that I don't have, but I am tossing between. So at the moment, I've got Mr. King in there, the King of Norway. He is currently in my team as my Bournemouth cover. I'm not super happy with him. I would rather Fraser or Wilson, but with the Sterling draft, I have to go King as my Bournemouth cover. If in my KDB draft I have Wilson or Fraser, either one, I can afford them.
Yeah.
But in this draft it is King. He is on penalties. He's gonna start up front with Wilson, as much as some people are saying, oh, maybe he won't. Solanke. So he's definitely gonna start. Don't worry about that.
Solanke.
Especially with Mousse. Mousse's moved on to to Chocolateville, so he can become Chocolate Mousse. He's done. So King's gonna play. He's on penalties, and he's got 140 points last season. He's obviously not the flashy man of the moment, Mr. Wilson, but he's just as good as Wilson, if not better. So I do like King. He's in there. I don't think he's going to be going anywhere if I keep Sterling. And my other 6.5 million forward it's 100% Jota. It
How can you do it? He burnt you last year. You said you're never going to put him in ever.
He's having a cracker pre-season. He is 6.5 million. He's playing up front with Jimenez. He'll be playing up front on his own at times when Jimenez gets a rest. But vice versa, he's going to get rest because of Europa League and their fixture pile up. But at the moment, he's in there. I don't see him leaving. I do want Wolves cover. I know their fixtures aren't great to start with, but it's Wolves, man. They're a top 7 team, and they're gonna prove that again this season. So I can see Jota, literally being super value for 6.5 million.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I've somehow got Jota in my team all of a sudden as well. I didn't want this. I wanted Big Jim, but we'll get there later.
Yeah. But, now the other option that I have, obviously at 6.5 million, there's actually 2 that I really, really want. I want Pookie. I want the Pooks. I want the Pook Monster. He could be coming in as soon as Gameweek 2 if King or Jota upset me, because I get upset pretty easy with these mid-price players. But Pookie could come in straight away if he impresses against Liverpool.
Like Jota will get a goal like 7 points, and you'll be like, "Oh, you got a hat trick against Leicester this last season. I'm taking you out, bring in buddy Pookie," and I'll be like, "Oh, Mick, really? Oh. Any reason to bring him out?"
Yeah, we'll see. And the other one is Jerry D, mate. De La Fueo. I do love Jerry D. I love him. But, he's 6'5", he's up front. I just hated how much he got hooked last season by Garcia. He got hooked so much, and I don't want to go through that again. I went through that last season as he was a midfielder, and this time he's going to be at 6.5 forward. So I want to see him get consistent minutes before I really consider him.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, at the moment, those 2 up front, they're my guys. And that's it, man. That is my team, all locked and loaded. It's a work in progress. I do really want a Chelsea asset. I really wanted Tammy. I was hoping that Tammy would come in at 6'5", so I could ditch one of these idiots. But of course,
idiots already calling them idiots. Here we go, hooking them straight away.
Tammy come in at 7 million, so I'm pretty upset about that. Can't afford Tammy, but even like Barkley's an option if he gets minutes. He plays behind the striker. He's 6 million. He's a good option. But I mean, I've got to avoid my boys, unfortunately, for the time being, because we just don't know what Frank's going to do. Frankie Lampard, he's a genius. Hopefully, he's a genius on and off the pitch.
I think he's going to be attacking. I can't wait to see who starts for Chelsea. I think that Charles Barkley behind the striker could be big. I think there's no doubt. He's even got Frank's number. He's number 8, man. Like, imagine if Frank turns Barkley into Frank Lampard, Junior.
Maybe.
There's already Frank Lampard Jr. and Frank Lampard Sr., but Junior, you know what I'm saying? You feeling me? Or
I like it. I like where your head's at. Did you see Willian took Hazard's number?
No, I didn't see that. Really?
Yep.
That's pretty weird. Like, why would you do that?
He's done it though. He thinks he's the new Hazard. Watch out for Willian. 7 million. Well, that's it, mate. That is my team review. So, thank you very much, sir. I'm pretty happy with it. So we're going to take a short break. And all right, guys. Well, that has been Mick's draft. It's a work in progress. It is, it is the summation of my preseason research. I've put a lot of work into this team. I think it's probably going to be my Game Week 1 team. I say probably, but I could rip it up very, very easily. But I mean, there's a lot of players in there. Like besides say maybe Perez and obviously my 2 forwards, the rest of the team's pretty much locked in. Obviously Sterling could switch to KDB, which shakes up a lot of it, but it looks like it may stay the same. So All right, well, that's it for now. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and listening. If you do like what you see, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to be coming back very soon with Joff's Draft.
Yeah. Wait for me, guys. I'll show you. I'll show you the right team.
As we always say, we are FPL. Take the hit. Stay positive.
Keep chasing them green arrows, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you real soon.